Hi, good evening, wherever you are at this evening. Welcome. This is CAC TV. Today is on Friday. Yes, the conversation on the Guild Week continues, and the climax will be on Sunday. I know we're all looking forward to it, especially as the ladies. It will be a blue affair in all our PCA churches, and I know we are looking forward to it. But before then, we still have a conversation here, and tonight I'm joined by Madam Judy Kehumba. She is the founder of Talking Hands and Listening Eyes. Yes, I got it right. Not ears, but listening eyes. She's going to tell us what that is all about. And today we're having a conversation on Rooted in Service. Remember, our theme for the Guild this year, Rooted and Established in Christ. And it is coming from the book of Colossians, chapter 2, verse 7. And tonight we are going to have a conversation on being rooted in service. And she's going to tell us her area, and we'll touch on it more. It's all about wellness, and it is an issue, if we can all admit. And I believe that at the end, as we come to the end of this program, this conversation will have been of benefit to us and also to you, our viewer. And so it is my delight, it is my joy to invite Madam Judy.
Thank you very much.
Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Looking super in the premium.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Say hi to our audience and welcome them to the program.
Hi everyone and those watching us on CAC TV. My name is Judy Kehumba. I'm so excited to be here and also for this Women's Guild Week. I am a Women's Guild member. I fellowship at PC St. Andrews. So that's home. Yeah.
We're in the same presbytery because I am Loresho Parish.
Then we're in the same presbytery.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm so glad to be here and excited about this whole week. Yeah, thank you.
I'm really looking forward to hearing and getting to know why Talking Hands and Listening Eyes. We are used to listening ears.
Sure.
But before then,
yes.
What motivated you to join Guild? Please share with us your story.
Oh yes.
Your journey as a Motirito.
Yeah, sure. I think I enjoyed. I got motivated mostly by seeing my grandmother follow Women's Guild, and most of the things that she would do and how she would carry herself. I would say she made me feel that this is where I belong. My grandmother, my guka was a Mukorino.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and my grandmother was now a Women's Guild member. And most of the times they would not agree, of course, on very many things, but about their faith, because there were extremes. Yeah? But I would see Shosho's patience. Her patience moved me. Like, I would want to be part of this group because Shosho would do everything right. Guka may have visitors, Wakorino wameja, but atakuja amewapikia, and she does everything, then goes to the Women's Guild. Her patience, her humility made me want to join Women's Guild. Wow. And also for her commitment, because she was very committed. And through this, I would see them contribute together and pay school fees for some children. So this also motivated me. Yes.
If right now, this very moment, you got the opportunity to be the director of the Women's Guild.
Yes.
One thing that you would change in the Guild?
Acceptance of women with disabilities. Maybe I would do differently to involve them more, to feel more home in the Women's Guild, women with disabilities. Yeah, because I feel we are there, but we are not yet there.
We have a long way to go.
We have a long way to go. That's what I would do.
Wow,
yeah.
And that actually will be having a conversation on mental wellness and women with disability, and probably can tell us what do you do in your foundation, because you're the founder of Talking Hands, Listening Eyes. What is it all about?
First, Talking Hands, Listening Eyes, maybe I would go back because of my career. I am a sign language interpreter and also a disability inclusion expert. And that motivates now me to be in the Talking Hands, Listening Eyes, because Talking Hands, Listening Eyes is purely sign language. Because the deaf people talk with their hands, and it's their eyes that listen instead of their ears. Because as you look at a person interpreting or using sign language, you have to look with your eyes to understand what they're saying. That's purely sign language. What we do is we advocate for maternal and mental wellness of women with disabilities, and particularly the deaf. And we focus mostly on maternal mental wellness. Those who are going through postpartum depression, those who are going through struggles in life as they give birth and as they take care of their children. This was formed from a personal experience. In 2020, I went through postpartum depression. You are there in a crowd of people, but nobody understands your world.
Maybe you can tell us what is postpartum depression. Maybe someone might not understand.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Postpartum depression is a depression that it's a mental issue that affects mothers when they give birth. It can't affect you before you give birth, so and you have to be diagnosed by a doctor, by a medical doctor, to understand what maybe at the level you are at and what you need. And it happens mostly after birth. It manifests differently. You find there's some women who have stayed so long before they give birth or they get pregnant. So when they finally give birth, whatever was bothering them explodes at that point or manifests at that point. There are others who have gone through different challenges when they are carrying the pregnancies. Some, even the excitement of I now have a baby can also make them go through mental challenges. So it happens between 2 weeks to about 3 months. That's when you can tell a mom is going through postpartum depression. Yeah.
And what percentage of women go through this? Because I think I also got it when I got a baby.
Oh.
Only that I didn't know what it is, but I didn't get medical attention. So what percentage of women go through that kind of depression?
1 in 3 go through postpartum depression. And most of the times it's not, especially if people around you will not know, maybe because it may manifest differently, as I said. Like personally, I was so attached to my baby. I would spend days holding my baby. I'm not leaving my baby. I'm not showering. I'm not doing anything. And you see now it affects you as a person. I'm a CS mom, so you can imagine seated for 24 hours holding a baby and you're not getting any help. So those are some of the struggles. I also would have very heavy headaches that would never go. So some of the struggles go also, apart from just seeing, it also, the physical appearance, it also affects you as a person. And of course affects the baby, because you can imagine this baby is not lying down, you're holding the whole night and
maziwa inapotea. I hear when there is no milk inapotea.
Now for me it was opposite. I just want to keep breastfeeding all through because I don't want to think somebody can detach me from the baby. And this was affected because as we are talking about mental illness of women, I had a baby before, and then after that I got another pregnancy, which I lost. I lost the pregnancy out of shock. I got some sad news of loss of my dad, and I did not process that journey. And then in the process of now burying my dad and all that, I did not think I was 5 months pregnant. So I did not act on it. I did not take care of my pregnancy. So when I lost it, I still continued with life like everything was okay. And at that point, the person who was supporting me most was my very close friend, the late Jane Wamboigakara. She was a very strong friend. She was a mother figure to me. So we lost her in the process. She got cancer. Within a few days, a few months, she was gone. So when now I came to now the other pregnancy, I was not so keen about myself. I was thinking of taking care of other people, that I did not check on my mental wellness. So when I gave birth, it exploded at that point.
Wow, so you're saying this is a concern?
Yes.
And how has your experience been working with women who are able differently, because nowadays we call them women who are able differently. Earlier on you say that we have a long way to go as a church.
Yes.
Please, you can support your statement.
This I would say that, and let me maybe first focus on the deafness, because when we talk about all these other disabilities, the way of accommodating them is a bit different, because they cannot hear, apart from the deaf people. Because of the language barriers, most of the times they are forgotten. And being that deafness is a silent disability, most of the times it's not taken care of. If we were here, me and you seated here, and I just came here and sat, if you did not know I am not deaf, I am hearing or I'm deaf, you just be communicating, thinking it's normal. Or the way we see them, even in our churches, they may be in in the congregation, but nobody is reaching out to them. They may be in a gathering of women and nobody is reaching out to them. So most of the times that silence also makes them suffer, because right now, before we started this show, I would have maybe told you who I am, what I do, and maybe if I came with a struggle, I would tell you, I have gotten traffic, I saw an accident, you know, I would be able to express myself, what I'm going through, before we even start our conversation. But here, for women with disabilities, and specifically the deaf, most of the times they're forgotten. Most of the times we don't listen to them. And most of the times even their family members do not understand sign language to understand that these women also need help. So that's where, that's how I would put it.
Well, you've talked of silent disability. So there's silent and there's loud. Maybe you can help us understand the various
Silent
types of disability that we have. Because we only think that disability is someone who is not able to walk with their two legs. Maybe you can enlighten us on the various disabilities that we have.
We have very many types of disabilities. We have the VI, the visually impaired. Those are like the blind people. We also have the mentally challenged also. We also have the physical, physically disabled have different categories as well, because we have the amputees, we have those who are on wheelchair, we have those who use crutches, we have different types of disabilities. But around all of them, and of course we have the deaf people, all these, you are able to communicate with them because they can hear your voice. Even the mentally challenged, even if they are not maybe able to be coherent as they should, you can almost tell this person needs something. They can say if they want food, if they want to go to the bathroom, whatever they need, sometimes they're able to voice out. But for the deaf people, being that even if they're seated in this room and you're talking in the next room, they will not hear, they will not understand what is happening. Sometimes we make decisions for them, because in a family, you can imagine in a family where maybe, let's say, for example, you have lost somebody in the family. When people are coming to condole with you and even to give you condolence messages, they will go to the people who they can communicate with. But who talks to this deaf person who is left in the family? Or when the family is making major decisions, you realize that not very many people want to involve the deaf. Reason being, if I can't communicate, if I can't speak your language, I will avoid you. And by avoiding you, I am not sure whether, I am not aware that I'm affecting you mentally. So that's why the deaf people are left out. What I meant by silent disability, it means that it's a disability that you cannot see. If I sat here, and many times I go to places, even in a matatu, I will sit with a deaf person and we are signing. Last week I was in a hospital. A deaf mom was giving birth, and I had to be in theater because her blood pressure was very low, and they want to communicate with her. I'm not a medic, but I would sit there as they are doing their process, as I try to communicate with her, for them to know how far she is, or how her recovery is. So those are some of the struggles you see, that deafness being a silent disability, most of the times it's assumed or forgotten.
And what gives you joy doing this? Maybe you can tell us, what is the motivation?
My motivation is to see a deaf mom walk or sit in a place where they are fully understood, where they are fully embraced, where they are fully involved. And to see them, like, of course, because of the maternal wellness, to see a deaf mom walk into the hospital and come out with a baby and be able to take care of a baby because somebody somewhere has taken an action of helping them. And not really helping them, supporting them to do a little bit, adding a little bit effort to help them be better parents. That's my joy.
So sign language to you is like kukunywa maji. It's as ABCD.
Sign language is my everyday communication, including in my house. Everybody speaks sign language. So we all speak in sign language, yes.
Really?
We all speak in sign language.
That's interesting.
Yes, sure.
How long does it take for one to be so perfect in it?
Maybe I would say the first 6 months you're able to get the basic, very basic, that you can ask your name, where do I go, which direction do I follow, but it takes maybe like a year. But I would also say sign language is a language like any other, where until you practice and use it more, that's when you keep learning. Otherwise, if you just learn and not practice, you may not know how long it will take you. For me, I'm never able to explain how long it took me to learn sign language because I was in a school for the deaf. My high school, I schooled in a school for the
That happened? That's interesting.
Hey, yes, I'd say it was a personal experience that my parents were not able to take me to the school I was to join Chinga Girls. I still feel I should have gone there, but today I am in a different level. I thank God that I was able to go to Reverend Mohoro School for the Deaf. My grandmother, just as I told you, she's my hero. May she rest in peace. Took me to Reverend Mohoro just to see whether I could be able to maybe to get basic education, as they were looking for money to take me to the school that I was to join. And in the process, I had to stop school again because my parents were not in a position. So I stayed out of school for 2 years. Then now I was thinking of if I go back to the school I was admitted, they may not understand what I was doing within these 2 years. So the best place to go was back to the school where the school for the deaf. And there, going back, I went there knowing that I was fully focused. I was fully focused, and I was ready to now learn sign language. So I learned within the first time I was able to communicate. I became a prefect. I was able to do so many things with the deaf. And majority of the friends I have today are from high school.
Oh, I can imagine being a young girl.
Yes.
In high school.
Yes.
Being in a deaf school.
Yes.
And you're not deaf.
Yes.
That's interesting. So how do you say thank you in sign language? Please teach us
Thank
a little
you.
bit of deaf language.
This is thank you.
Thank you.
From your mouth to the hands. From the mouth. This one here. Thank you.
Thank you.
If I'm thanking the people, if we had a crowd here, I would say thank you. If I am thanking God, it's thank you. Yes.
But
yes.
if I'm thanking you,
yeah, thanking
thank you.
me. If you're the crowd around you, you'd say thank you. If you're thanking God, it's thank you.
Oh, how do you say welcome?
Welcome.
You're welcome to CAC this morning.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yes.
Wow, that's interesting. You teach
Yes.
us a few before you leave here.
Yeah, sure.
I think I'll have perfected at least 3. Thank you. Sorry, and I love you.
I love you.
Hold on. That's a long one. I need to one more time.
Yeah. You point to yourself. Love.
Love.
You.
You.
Yes.
You ningumu.
We learn.
I learn with time.
Yeah.
Let's talk about mental health. And right now, you've been a Presbyterian. I'm sure you know we recently lost one of our ministers. It was in line to do with mental health and everything. And seeing this woman who is here, she's a woman's guild member, or just any other woman, and you're having a member in your family who is having some mental sickness. Where do you start?
It is hard. I would say it's hard as a caregiver taking care of a person going through mental issues or who is unwell mentally, because you sometimes relating from the person you knew before, the person, if it's a husband, the husband who was providing, the husband who would call and tell, hey, the person, like the times I'll call my husband and I want to share some Chanel, and sometimes I'm stuck, I want him to help me make a decision, or I'm stuck, I need help. Coming to a person who I am the one who is making most of the decisions because his mental capacity is not able to hold what we are going through at this moment. And most of the times also stigma of my husband who was the person, my husband who was taking care of us as a family, my husband who would advise our children is not able to, who has gone down to a point, today he's okay, tomorrow he's not okay. And I'm saying this from a point of, now that I told you I have gone through postpartum depression, I would even me personally, the person being taken care of, sometimes you want this person to do this thing this way, because this is how I'm used to doing it. And then they're not understanding that this is how I want it done. I'm trying to explain this, they are not understanding what I'm explaining. Sometimes it's very hard for such a person, and you need a lot of support. A lot of support from people who understand you, a lot of support from family members. if it's like what we're talking about from as a lot of support from the members of the church who know what you're going through. That's not the time that you need anybody coming to you with negative energy. You avoid people who will be criticizing, because at that point you're not okay. At that point, even you are very, very vulnerable as a caregiver. You have children who are looking up to you. Everybody is calling you mommy, 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 and of course you here have a spouse who you need to hold and to support. So it is sometimes very hard. So it's also good to look at a very inner circle that you'll be telling. Even at 3 a.m. I can call, and I have such friends. I can call at 3 a.m. and tell them, my friend, I am not okay. I feel like I want to burst. And you explain, and these people will either come to where you are, no matter where what is happening, or people who will call with you, people who will pray with you, people who will stand with you. And people who may even come and tell you today, as much as you are the caregiver, I want to take you somewhere. I have a friend I call and tell her, can we go somewhere out? Can we just go and breathe? Because there's a lot of things to do around that person. And also to know mental health is a sickness like any other. So even as you're taking care of this person, remember you have to remind this person to take medication. Sometimes they are against it, sometimes they want to take it, sometimes they are not sure, why should I take it? And it's not something that, it's not like Homa that I know I will take this and tomorrow I'm well. So it takes time. And speaking from a point of where I was being taken care of, as I used antidepressant for some time. It is very hard also because these drugs also have their side effects.
True.
And sometimes I am trying to explain, this is how I'm feeling, and them, they're saying, no, they want me to take breakfast, they want me to take ndoma and guashe, and me, I'm feeling in my head I need to take eggs and sausages, and not because of that point, not even because of my caregiver, it's because of something I've remembered when I was in high school. I used to love, sometimes
the cravings you had at some point.
Exactly. So for you as a caregiver, it is very hard. But you also need to have also a therapist. You can be seeing anytime that you feel, it is too much. But beyond the friends, beyond the circles of support, you also need to understand yourself. What do I love doing most? I've taken care of also a few people. And one thing I realized that anytime I am doing my things as I'm supporting, music helps me. Every individual has a way of helping, how you calm your pressure. Is either you listen to music, either you sleep, either you read your Bible, or you read any book, or you just go out and see the birds flying, you look up and see the clouds moving, and that gives you therapy. Also as a person, you need to also have your personal inner thing that gives you strength. I would say that also helps an individual. Having people who understand you helps you to breathe out when it's too much. Yes.
So having a support system.
It's a support system.
And also making time for yourself.
Yes.
Wow. There's a whole conversation on mental wellness that is going on. And as ladies, as women, who is more prone to not to ask for help? The ladies or the guys? The women or the men? Who is more likely to keep silent when they're having a mental struggle? Is it the ladies or is it the men?
The men. Ladies, I will call you and tell you, we were supposed to go somewhere with you, or we were supposed to meet up with you, Catherine, but because I don't see like my husband is okay, or my child is not okay, allow me not to come today. And then you'll want to know, what happened? Then I may explain. That alone may help me even, because you may tell me, that one. I also have, because most of the times ladies want to tell you, I refer you to, I also had something like that, or I also know somebody who is going through this and I understand. And you'll find even ladies mobilizing themselves to come see you. Men, on the other hand, keep quiet. And they keep quiet because they do not know how to ask for help most of the times.
So it's that they don't know, not that they're afraid.
Most of the times they do not know how to ask for help. And I would say this because I saw that with my husband when I was going through that. I don't think even my in-laws at that point knew what I was going through. That I was struggling. There was a night we spent from home to the hospital, until the following morning. That's when they realized. And he's not even asking for help at that point, because we have a house help at home. We leave the baby with at this point. So you realize they don't really ask for help quickly, because most of the time they see, it's about that, it's something small. And even today, even in the normal circumstances, sometimes I would see he's stuck over something. I know this other friend can help him, but before he asks for help, it takes time. So men mostly, and not very many men, very few men, you'll find them talking about their families. Especially their very personal struggles, you'll not hear them talk about it.
You know, our men are brought up in a way that you're not supposed to show your weaknesses. You're not even supposed to cry.
Yeah, sure.
You cannot cry in front of people like, no, you cannot show your weak points. And so I think that also really, I think we need to change so many things.
A lot of
because that worked then, but now it can't work. It's good to go somewhere and just cry. It's also therapeutic, right? Crying is therapeutic. And anyway, that's for the men. We will take a very short break. Our viewer, thank you for tuning in. You are watching CAC. Tonight, it's a conversation on the Women's Guild that the climax will be on Sunday, and this evening I'm joined in studio by Madam, and she is the founder of Talking Hands, Listening Eyes, and we're here to have a conversation on mental wellness. And we take a very short break. I'm your host, Wanjiko Kamau. We'll be back in a few.